friends, I am Arpit and I'm here with today's analysis. Today is 11th of June and we're going to deal with three very important topics which are in news. First is the cabinet committees. The next thing after oath taking ceremony, after the allocation of portfolios, is the formation of this cabinet committees. These cabinet committees are set up by the Prime Minister. The composition of these cabinet committees is not fixed. The number of cabinet committees as per is not mandated by the constitution, but yes, it depends on the government. And various important cabinet committees are cabinet committee on security, cabinet committees on economic affairs, cabinet committee on parliamentary affairs or political affairs, like these. Are cabinet ministers only part of it? Not necessarily. Are members of the largest party only part of it? No, coalition members can also be there in these committees. But yes, these committees are the powerhouses, or I would say epicenters of those powerful decisions which are taken by the government. Next is the Expanded Brics. The BRICS summit in 2023 in South Africa called for increasing the membership of BRICS. 6 new names were proposed, that is, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and UAE from Asia, Ethiopia and Egypt from Africa, and Argentina from South America. However, Argentina has backed out from its membership for BRICS because the newly president elect has said that it will be partnering with Western countries more. And he, in a letter to the BRICS countries, said that Argentina is not yet ready to join BRICS. BRICS is an organization of the global south, that is, the developing and underdeveloped countries of Asia, Africa, and South America. Many countries wanted to be part of it because they were fed up of the Western subjugation of institutions like the United Nations. Next is the Reasi terror attacks. In a horrific incident, it is suspected that the LET, that is Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorists, have attacked a bus which was carrying pilgrims to Vaishno Devi. Among the dead is a 2-year-old child as well, and total 9 people are dead. Are all eyes on Reasi now, like all eyes were on Rafah? Isn't religion involved over here? Means a particular religion is attacked. The coincidence is that this particular attack came on the oath taking ceremony day. Is it, a point towards the government? Well, whatever it is, the attackers must be responded, and they must be responded in their own language. So let's get started and let's see the first topic, that is cabinet committees. So the new government is basically a coalition government with 240 seats with the BJP, and will not cede 4 big portfolios of home, defense, finance, and external affairs. These four portfolios have been retained by BJP, and other portfolios like road transportation and very important portfolios have also been retained. It is basically a show of continuity by the BJP after the allocation of portfolios. Now, list of important cabinet committees. Once the portfolios are allocated, the ministers have taken the oath, comes the formation of cabinet committees. The list of important cabinet committees: cabinet committee on security, cabinet committee on economic affairs, cabinet committee on political affairs. Now, when are cabinet committees formed? So as I told you, that it is formed when the union cabinet is sworn in and the ministerial portfolios are allocated. Both things have been done. Now the formation of these committees will be there. Who sets up the committees? The Prime Minister sets up these committees. Are the number of committees and their composition fixed? The Prime Minister may change the number of committees and modify the functions assigned to them. So, when the BJP government was formed in 2019, 2 new cabinet committees were additionally formed. We will see which cabinet committees are formed. The membership of each committee varies from 3 to 8. Usually, only cabinet ministers are members, but it is not compulsory that only cabinet ministers will be the members. It is not unheard for non-cabinet ministers to be members. Means there have been instances where non-cabinet ministers or even minister of state for a independent charge was a member of a cabinet committee. If the prime minister himself is a member of any such committee, he acts as the head of that committee. So he is the de facto head of that committee. How many cabinet committees are there? There are 8 cabinet committees at present. Appointments Committee of the Cabinet, Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, Cabinet Committee on Political Affairs, Cabinet Committee on Accommodation, Cabinet Committee on Security, Cabinet Committee on Parliamentary Affairs, Cabinet Committee on Employment and Skill Development, and Cabinet Committee on Investment and Growth. These two cabinet committees were introduced in 2009. Now, all committees except Cabinet Committee on Accommodation, this particular, and Cabinet Committee on Parliamentary Affairs. Sorry, this is Political Affairs, Parliamentary Affairs. These two committees are headed by the PM. See, all committees except these two are headed by the PM. Means the PM is over here, the head, PM is the head over here, 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 PM is the head over here. Apart from these two committees, Prime Minister is the head of all the committees. The importance of Cabinet Committee on Security. Now, with the Prime Minister helping it, CCS has ministers for finance, defense, home affairs, and external affairs. These are the crucial ministries we were talking about, and all have been retained by the BJP, and all are part of this Cabinet Committee on Security. What is Cabinet Committee on Security responsible for? Debates, discussions, and appointments of in the national security bodies like National Security Advisor or the heads of Army, Navy, like this. Major decisions with respect to the significant appointments, issues of national security, defense expenditure of India are taken by CCS. So, besides dealing with defense related issues, CCS also brainstorms on issues relating to the law and order and internal security and policy matters. It also considers matters relating to atomic energy. So, very crucial decisions are taken by Cabinet Committee on Security, and that is why it is very important. That is why BJP has retained all those portfolios also, and we could see the Cabinet Committee on Security having all the members from BJP. Now, have alliance partners been part of Cabinet Committee on Security anytime till now? Yes, they have been. We have two examples. One was the government of HD Devegowda, where Samajwadi Party's Mulayam Singh Yadav became the defense minister. P. Chidambaram, who had formed the Tamil Manila Congress earlier that year, became the finance minister, and CPI's Indrajit Gupta became home minister. So all these were part of this cabinet committee on security, and these are alliance partners. Another example we have in 2001, Vajpayee heading the NDA government, Samata Party founder George Fernandes was appointed as the defense minister, and he remained in the post for 3 years. So he was also part of this cabinet committee on security. So this clearly means that alliance partners can also be part of cabinet committee on security. Next is the expanded Brics. So India on Monday welcomed these 5 countries, officials from these 5 countries. There was a meeting in Russia. So 5 countries: Egypt, Iran, UAE, from and Saudi Arabia, Ethiopia. So Ethiopia and Egypt from Africa, Iran, UAE, Saudi Arabia from Asia, joining the BRICS. Actually, it was announced last year, but it was also said that formal induction will happen in 2024. The date given was 1st of January 2024. It did not happen then, but it has happened now that, for the first time, these officials from these countries have met for a BRICS meeting hosted by Russia. A BRICS expansion, the 2023 expansion is happened in the 15th annual BRICS summit in South Africa. And South African President Cyril Ramaphosa also invited leaders of 67 countries to the summit. Out of 67, 53 were African countries, and Bangladesh, Bolivia, Indonesia, and Iran. So these developing and underdeveloped countries means countries from the global south have expressed their desire to be part of BRICS. Why? Because they were fed up of the domination of the Western countries of institutions like the United Nations, World Bank, IMF, and all. So they are looking for alternates, and BRICS is one such alternate which they see. As the chair of BRICS, South Africa was focusing on the theme BRICS and Africa, partnership for mutually accelerated growth, sustainable development, and inclusive multilateralism. So this was the theme for last year's BRICS summit. The proposals was basically BRICS was considering expanding its membership, and a growing number of countries, mostly from the global south, have expressed interest in joining BRICS. I told you why they have expressed interest in joining BRICS. Several countries, including UAE, Saudi Arabia, Argentina, Iran, Egypt, Bahrain, Indonesia, and Kazakhstan, have shown their willingness to join BRICS. As per reports, more than 40 nations are ready to join BRICS. But we have included only six here we talked about. But yes, finally Argentina backed out, so five have been included. So earlier in June, representatives from Iran, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Cuba, and Democratic Republic of Congo, Comoros, Gabon, and Kazakhstan attended a meeting in Cape Town. That meeting was called as Friends of BRICS. There also, multiple countries expressed their desire to join BRICS. Who were the new entrants? These six were the new entrants. Their formal membership will begin in 2024, it was said. But yes, since Argentina has backed out, so there are only five. But it is important to understand and know that why has Argentina backed out? Argentina in December 2023 said that it will not join the BRICS bloc because the newly elected president, Javier Milei, has pledged to pursue closer ties with the West. In a later dated December 22, Milei told the leaders of BRICS that the timing for Argentina's membership in the bloc was not opportune. And basically, this was the major reason. And Milei said that in his letter also said that he differs in many aspects from that of the previous government. In this sense, some decisions made by the previous administration will be reviewed. And this is one such decision of joining BRICS or not. Now, the need for expansion of BRICS. What was the need? Basically, a desire to level a global playing field. We need more and more members. Since we are projecting BRICS as an alternate to Western dominated, bodies like United Nations, World Bank, and all. So we need here more representation. Only five countries will not be able to match those kind of institutions. No, there's this domination of international bodies such as United Nations, the International Monetary Fund, or the World Bank. So if we need to match these bodies, we need to expand the membership. Second is, amid widespread dissatisfaction in the prevailing world order, the pledge of BRICS nations, currently Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, to make grouping a leading champion of the global South has found resonance with many countries. And that is why they are wanting to do that. But the big question is that did India want expansion? Actually, India was earlier apprehensive of expansion. And we finally said that consensus based approach say we can expand. Consensus based approach means all the five countries, that is Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, the original members, should be ready to accept new members. All of them. Even if one country says that this country should not be the member, that country should not be the member. Consensus will not be reached. So we are in favor of BRICS expansion, says the PM. India welcomes consensus-based approach to expand BRICS, the PM says. And this is all last year, August, September, when the BRICS summit happened. So what were India's apprehensions? India suggested that if BRICS needs to expand, then it should consider emerging economies and democracies. Saudi Arabia, Iran, and all, they are not democracies. But India, went silent on this because it could have strained India's relations with Saudi Arabia and, UAE. Increasing China's sphere of influence. India was also apprehensive that China's sphere of influence will increase if we go for expanding the BRICS membership. Okay. India believes that such an expansion could dilute BRICS' fundamental objectives and weaken the established consensus. So, when there are more number of countries, it is difficult to achieve consensus and all. But there are certain benefits of BRICS expansion, like increased economic cooperation we can witness. The BRICS countries are trying to reduce their reliance on the US dollar, so there can be a common currency which these BRICS countries will be dealing in. And these are the world's fastest and the biggest growing economies or developing economies. Increased influence on the global economy we can have. We can project ourselves as an alternate to the developed West. And last is the Reasi terror attack. Very saddening it is. It is suspected as of now that Lashkar-e-Taiba is involved in this particular attack. And this attack happened in Reasi in the Jammu and Kashmir region. 9 pilgrims are dead and over 33 have been injured. Official sources said that early inputs analyzed by the agencies, they point towards the fact that three non-local LEP militants were there and the fourth accomplice could have acted as a lookout for three terrorists, means one local and three outsider terrorists were involved in the attack. See, the overground workers, the phenomenon of overground workers, although it has weakened over the years, but now also that local person who is acting like the eyes and ears, giving all information to these LETs, LET terrorists, and getting involved in the terror attacks, points out towards the fact that terrorism has not gone away from Jammu and Kashmir. So this is where the government needs to intensify, its operations, and all eyes are on Reasi. Actually, I don't know about those people whose eyes were on Rafah, their eyes are on Reasi or not, but as a responsible citizen, my eyes are on Reasi. And I hope all responsible citizens' eyes are on Reasi. We need to avenge this. We need to send a signal or a message to these terrorist outfits that this will not be taken lightly, and we need to respond them in their own language. We need to have a very, very strong response for this. Now, the MCQs, consider the statements and mark the correct one. The cabinet committees are set up by the President of India. Cabinet committees are formed after allocation of ministerial portfolios. Which among these statements is correct? So you have to answer this. Second is, how many of the following statements with respect to the cabinet committees are true? How many? This is the keyword. The cabinet committees do not have a fixed composition. Only cabinet ministers are part of these committees. If the PM is part of any committee, he is the de facto head. Members from the alliance partners can be part of the committee. So only one statement is correct, only two statements are correct, only three statements are correct, all four statements are correct. Which of the following countries is a part of BRICS? Very simple question I have asked. UAE, Argentina, Bangladesh, Saudi Arabia, Ethiopia. So you have to find the correct combination. Fourth question is, which of the following is the reason for Argentina backing out from BRICS? Argentina's economy does not qualify it to be a member. Argentina's leadership is pro-West. Argentina does not want to be in a grouping where Brazil is. D, none of the above. And the last question, which terrorist organization is suspected to be involved in the Reasi terror attacks? We have options: Hizbul Mujahideen, Jaish-e-Mohammed, Lashkar-e-Taiba, or none of, or ISIS Khorasan, sorry. So I would expect answers from you guys, correct answers from you guys. And with this, we come to an end of today's session. Till then, you guys very well know what to do. I will be meeting you tomorrow. Keep studying, keep reading, keep writing, and most importantly, keep revising. Keep watching the videos as well. Namaste. Jai.